What did you say?
What did you say? He's like, gotta fuck with aliens. Oh, hi.
Hold it up.
Hi. Yep.
Make sure
We're doing it
project.
right.
All right.
Mic check.
Hello. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Hey everyone, this is Eric back with Nerd Chronic. I'm joined again by Video Drew,
Hi.
Andres, and Anthony. This time, Anthony was on our Brink commentary, but you didn't get to see him for that one. Now he's here joining us for another video commentary, as we did with Freddy vs. Jason, hopefully you saw, which was a really fun time.
Mom's Machete.
Yeah.
Mom's Machete. Soon to be a musical on Broadway.
Tonight we're doing like a random movie we were just talking about for no particular reason. So we're gonna do Sucker Punch. We're gonna react to Zack Snyder's masterpiece, Sucker Punch, on HBO Go or HBO Now or HBO whatever you have these days.
Post the apocalypse.
Drew, you have like the most I think interesting anecdotal piece about Sucker Punch, which is why we're kind of watching this.
I didn't know Oscar Isaac was.
Yeah, they didn't know Oscar Isaac was in it, and that's something with your dad.
Oh yes, my father. Okay, so my father has this way of trying to make me see movies that I know are going to be terrible by being like, "Oh, they're visually stunning," and this is like that's like a dog whistle word to be like, "Hey, Drew, you're gonna hate this fucking movie." Like the other movie that I remember him saying this about, which actually in retrospect wasn't that bad, was it called The Fall? It was by the guy who made The Cell. And it starred,
I see.
yeah. And it was just
The
like
Fall.
it's called The Fall. It was visually stunning, and it was a shitty movie. And I remember watching Sucker Punch. I remember getting to the end of it and being like, well, at least I'll never ever have to see that again.
Yeah.
And then Zack Snyder went on to do all the movies. The one thing I wish in life is that Zack Snyder did 0 cuts. Like never released a Zack Snyder cut of anything. This is gonna be fun.
We give Anthony the most shit because he's our resident DC fan, but
Resident DC fan.
Yeah.
Resident DC fan.
I'm
That's
also a fan
resident.
of his film.
Well, I will say that we started talking about this because I had no idea that Oscar Isaac was in this movie.
That's true.
as we were
I
talking
think
about
Oscar
the,
Isaac prefers that we all forget that
Yeah.
this happened.
I thought the guy from Numbers was in this movie. Kroll, whatever his name is.
Oh,
Oh,
what is his name?
Colm. I just followed him on Instagram. Sorry.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Oh my
No.
god.
John Hamm. Sorry, spoilers.
Spoilers.
All right, so as always, we're going to be playing this on HBO Go or HBO Now. You can watch along with us. If you hit play at the same time we do, we'll do a countdown. And we're starting after the Westworld season 3 ad,
Yep.
which starts at 30 seconds into this stream if you're watching on HBO Go with us. And we'll hit play and just watch along and try to have a good time with Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch.
As we all will.
Yep. So we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Boop.
I just can't.
I remember this having a really good score. Is that true? Or is that untrue?
I'm pretty sure it does. Great sound in general.
Oh, oh God.
Oh, it starts out like a Moulin Rouge. Like it's got a fake. Was this supposed to be a Broadway show?
It's like a
Why is it set up like a Broadway show?
Broadway show.
It's a
Broadway show in the mind.
It's all her fantasy.
Right.
Like she gets caught up in this fantasy world. So
But is
I mean,
it?
my fantasy starts off like a Broadway show, but. Oh yes,
Oh.
this does have a bomb ass soundtrack that I hate that I love.
oh yeah, it does a lot of like remakes.
Covers, yeah.
Yeah, it does a lot
Yeah.
of covers.
Much like
Forgot about
Westworld,
that, Yeah.
there'll be a lot of covers of popular songs done in a very dramatic fashion.
All done by Emily Browning.
Yeah,
Oh my
she
God,
sang
her
this, didn't
face.
she?
Yeah.
I
She
forgot
looks.
about
She looks
that.
like. No. Sorry, Alfred says no.
Everyone you know and love is dead.
They all died
Wayne.
of the quarantine. Why doesn't Zack Snyder just make music videos if that's what he wanted to do? Why didn't he just do that?
Well, this clearly shows that he just wanted to make Batman,
Yeah, right.
and so he did.
Opening of Batman.
And so he did.
Where are the pearls?
This
Where are Martha's pearls?
guy's
And-
like,
Is he gonna rape the dead body? Okay, no,
That-
not that dark, not quite yet.
Not yet.
and here's Watchmen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. What is that dude? Everyone, I do remember that every dude in this
I think
movie is
that
so
shot has been in
freaking
every single
predatory.
Zack Snyder film too.
Yeah.
Throwing the dirt on the grave.
Never has a will reading and been this intense.
They bolded the two daughters.
They bolded that whole sentence.
No, but
No.
how did you used to bold back in typewriter days? You had to.
You'd have to retype over it.
Is that the dad or is that like an uncle?
That's the.
I also-
yes.
Do they even say?
I think
don't-
that's another thing that bugged me about this movie is it's mad confusing for a plot that's like, should be pretty standard Inception level.
Yeah.
1 reality, 2 reality, 3 reality. They had to make this so confusing.
Why are you standing like that?
Oh my god,
Jesus.
he's terrifying.
Like we know there's 2 daughters. That would assume that he's the father.
This went from being
at least
Batman
the
to The
husband.
Shining.
Maybe
You're
he's a
right. You're
stepfather.
right. Maybe he's a
There's the
husband.
pearls.
Oh,
The buttons.
His jowls just shook.
that overly big button right there.
Oh man, she's got like Catwoman claws.
Also, why did he get to read the will like alone?
Yeah, he didn't get to. He just saw that he did it like very unnecessarily. He ripped it open. This is such like an intensely sad and tragic film
Yeah.
done up like a music video, and I think that's one of the things I really didn't like about it.
Yeah, surprisingly,
These intense themes.
surprisingly from the guy who said he would have Batman get raped in prison.
Oh yeah.
Like,
shit.
who would have thought?
Yeah, around the time that he was promoting Watchmen, that's
Yeah.
exactly what he was saying. He
Yeah.
was also saying that Superman was a pussy.
Yeah.
And he ended up directing a Superman movie 6 years
To be
later.
fair, Superman is kind of a pussy.
We'll get into that later. It's a whole different discussion.
I mean, if like you were just omniscient and that powerful, like you kind of would be. I always thought he was an uncle. I don't know why I thought that. Just because you think of
It
someone
could
being
be.
creepy.
Like, so
could
far,
be-
there's no information to.
There's no information about who
otherwise.
this guy is in
Or
real
it
life.
just could be her dad.
Yeah, it could be anyone.
Yeah, but generally, if it was the dad, he wouldn't have to be that worried about the will because he would just get everything because he's the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why does all this stuff belong to the wife? Will this be explained later in the plot? I have no
And somehow
freaking
she
remember.
killed her. Right?
She didn't kill him. No, sister's in the thing with
No,
her. isn't
her-
it?
No, it's her. She accidentally.
Oh my
like,
god, this
Wait,
movie
what?
is
around
so
and
dark.
killed her somehow.
Wait,
She killed her
actually-
sister? I thought her sister was alive. Can we turn this movie off? I hate it. I hate this movie so.
We're 5 minutes in.
Yes, police. It was her.
Yeah.
That's her.
First of all, wouldn't you definitely suspect the guy who just was left like little money compared to the
Nope.
two?
No, just drug her up, take her away.
And can I give her a ride, guys?
Yeah,
that's
can I give her a
fine,
ride? Right, just knock the two out while I'm working on it. Even for like the 50s or whenever this is supposed to be, it's hella shady.
I don't think
And
there's
that
a
is
time
a-
period.
There's nothing. There's no contextual clues. This is like Sin City.
I think
place
Sin
out of
City has a
time.
little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like
Going on.
hardcore 90s.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is 1950s. Lenox Hill, which sounds like is that an Annie Lennox?
It's in
Probably.
Vermont.
I imagine he's a pretty big
Annie
Lennox
Lennox.
fan.
Well,
That
considering
makes
we just
sense.
opened on Sweet Dreams,
Wow.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
Lenox Hill's a pretty safe bet. What's funny is I said that out loud, but without realizing that that's exactly what just happened. Zack Snyder is that literal of a
Oh, no.
man. Oh, sorry.
All right, or pause for a quick second, or good?
Yeah.
It's fine.
She sounds like she would do like the voiceover and like hentai porn.
I mean, are we sure she has?
Zack Snyder's ASMR.
For the mentally insane.
Just for the mentally insane guys.
Not for the crazies.
So
for
he
the mentally
wanted,
insane.
he wanted to do a Batman movie. He also wanted to do an Arkham Asylum movie, guys.
Oh my god, who doesn't want it? To be fair, like who doesn't want to do an Arkham? I want to do an Arkham Asylum movie.
Oh my god, yes.
It's going to be epic. So, yeah, this is supposed to take place in the 50s. Just hardcore, yes.
Does it say, I am her uncle?
But yeah, what does it say? I have relationship to patient. I am unable to adapt to social situations.
Check, check.
Check, check. This is how I get my medication every month.
Yes to all.
Yes, and I like to approach it like improv. So far, 0 Oscar Isaacs. Yep, there he is.
Boom.
There's
Spoke too
a.
soon.
They know how to
Damn.
get it.
Speak and he shall appear.
So this is before anyone knew that he'd be cool. So they just
Yeah,
like
look
were
at
like
that
okay
haircut.
with
But they
making
give
him.
him like a nice orderly suit.
Yeah.
You ever seen like a Jewish Hitler? That's what he looked like.
Stepfather.
Oh
Ah.
So young.
God, he's such a little baby.
That's crazy.
His hair does make him sound like a bad guy. I also believe he's the only character who talks over the course of the film.
Yeah, there you go. There it is.
There it is.
Stepdad. Evil
Stepdad.
stepdad.
Evil stepdad. Do you think Zack Snyder was like thinking in his head like, oh, like I'm the new Grimm's fairy tale bitch? Like this is told very much like a.
Yeah.
Like Pan's Labyrinth-y.
It's like Alice in Wonderland-ish type thing.
Yeah.
Like all these.
He definitely thought that he was a storyteller on a grander level than I think Zack Snyder is a storyteller.
Yeah.
Well, he got a little full of himself after 300 made so much. He's like,
Yeah.
everything's
Oh.
available.
To me, it feels like he had like
Oh, that's
like
right.
a couple ideas of like things he wanted to do visually, like
Yes.
certain settings that he wanted to do, and he had to find some way
To connect it.
to make it possible for him to do
Yeah.
them all in one
Like
movie.
how can I,
So
how can I
what-
make a movie where I have a samurai fight, a
Yes.
dragon scene,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
And a future
and,
robots.
robots, yeah.
yeah,
train heists with robots?
exactly.
But
One-
literally have as little much connecting dialogue as possible. It really is like a musical in a way. Like there's these big moments and then
True.
there's very little connective tissue.
I think even looking at his the setup of his staging.
Yeah, it's a
scenes and
stage
everything-
again.
Yeah, yeah.
We're looking at a
It-
stage once again.
Yeah.
So if we approach Sucker Punch like it's a musical on Broadway, much like Sweeney Todd.
They just cast the characters.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that chick.
Motley Crue.
Jenna Malone.
Jenna Malone.
Jenna
Yeah.
Malone, Jamie Chung, Vanessa Hudgens,
Vanessa Hudgens.
and
Who would think that
Forgot
the
the
most
fourth one is.
famous person to come out of this would be
RoboCop's
Oscar
wife.
Isaacs?
What's her name?
Wait, RoboCop's wife?
She played RoboCop's wife in the remake. That's
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Abby Cornish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Abby Cornish. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
What? Abby Cornish played RoboCop's wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the remake.
I thought it was Rebecca Del Rio. Oh, that's Daredevil. Why is he whispering? Like he's murmuring all the dialogue, but we're supposed to hear it.
It's a $10 bill.
Yeah, here's $10 because this is definitely the 90s.
The 1890s.
He doesn't have a doctor on staff.
Who does-
Doctors at
who does
insane
lobotomies?
asylum.
Who does lobotomies?
Oh, gotcha.
We don't have the lobotomists here.
Why does he have to forge his signature if he's telling him?
Now, girls, I just want you to relax.
I what with Boris and Natasha? Oh, was that?
That's Abby Cornish. Yeah.
Do a ballet for me? It's a weird mix of like a mental hospital for the criminally insane and like a boarding school from Suspiria. So again, like all the pivotal information that you would need to understand why you care about the characters is happening in the background and you're not supposed to hear it.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't really matter. Just get to the robots.
And,
For the
and
robots to
lead-
make sense.
Yeah.
and keep in mind, our lead has not said a single
No word. I don't believe she says a word over the course of the movie.
We're about, what, 10 minutes in?
She's not doing a great job conveying things.
She yelled
Yeah.
pretty aggressively. guys.
Yeah. That's acting.
I'm
Dude,
pretty sure on the
Oscar
page
Isaac
it
is
said,
my man.
"Ah."
Yeah.
You know what? Watching this, I am remembering that I thought it was weird they made our guy so hot. Like, made the orderly very hot. Like, that was a weird choice. You could have picked a fat guy. You could have picked, like a mean-looking guy. But you went, like, the hot dude route.
Mr.
Oh, great.
Mount
Mr.
Pleasant.
Peasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
She in therapy?
Line.
What? So this woman's in charge of ballet and talk therapy. this non-American living in 1950s America, this commie.
That's the U.S. healthcare system right there. It's never changed.
Actually, it has changed. We no longer have
Vermont.
private
Jeez.
mental health facilities like this anymore. Whether or not that's a better or worse thing is up for grabs, but we no longer have private facilities for the mentally ill. Oh, hey, he's in the movie earlier.
Wait a minute. Did we just like skip?
Did we just
through-
skip to the end?
This
We
is the
just-
end. This is the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, she said something.
Oh no, that's somebody else.
That's Abby Cornish. Like playing the scenario of like her
What?
life.
What the hell just happened?
She got lobotomized.
But
she
who?
we went to like a fantasy that she has before she gets lobotomized, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess this was.
So this whole movie takes place in that 1 second when she gets lobotomized.
This is really weird. This movie's already confusing. Oh, I see. We're already in like one of the weird dream states.
We're in the primary dream state before we get into the subject.
Oh my god. Right, because their dream states are somehow interconnected? I hate this movie. I hate it.
How about something a little more commercial, for God's sakes? Sweet pea.
And there's Gomez. Gomez Adams. Straight.
Oh my God,
Why was that an
yes.
animated version of the Adams Family when the dude is
I
straight
was-
Gomez Adams?
I remember hearing that announcement that Oscar Isaac was playing Gomez, and freaking Charlize Theron was Morticia, and
it
I'm
was,
like,
like,
oh my
beautiful.
God, that's perfect. And it's like, it's animated.
And Chloe Moretz Chloe Moretz is in it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm gonna pause it for 1 second, guys. You're streaming along in 3, 2, 1.
We're paused.
I'm just gonna turn closed captioning on.
Thank you, God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can understand.
Okay,
the
3, 2,
movie
1, we're on pause.
slightly more.
We're,
Yeah, we're going now. Yeah. Let's let the sound go for a second so we can sync up.
Sweet pea, can you do me a favor, please, honey? Can you show this little baby doll around? Give us a little establishment, please?
such a weird fucking look for Oscar Isaac.
I think it's
Guy
great.
Liner starring Oscar
He's
Isaac.
been wearing guy liner the whole film. Even before he became
He. Oh God.
suave. I don't know.
Can you imagine that your dream state has wigs? Like that's already too many layers. This is why I don't watch The Americans. I don't understand wigs. So in this dream state, he's a priest
He's
and not
cool.
her stepfather. They're both equally bad as
Yeah.
rapists.
You're gonna be okay. It just takes a little while to get used to. So, how's it become an orphan?
Great icebreaker.
Great eyes. Right?
How did you become an orphan?
So like
We all have our stories.
in this dream state, this is again like a fantasy of hers, right? In her fantasy, everything
I don't think
awful
it's-
that's happened is still happened to her, and she's just in a
Well,
brothel instead of a mental institution.
Not so much a fantasy. It's
Kind of
like a,
reliving, I guess, the interaction that she had throughout
this-
the hospital before she got lobotomized.
But
Yeah.
she didn't have any interactions. We just watched it
we
not
just, we,
happen.
we just didn't see it.
no,
Like,
we
they,
just didn't
Oh.
see it.
yeah, they show the
Like,
parallels like throughout
yeah.
the film later.
Oh, that's right. That's right. God, this is so
that's,
confusing.
That's like great
I
structural
hate
storytelling.
this movie. I hate it.
We're in for it.
Why did you guys pick this movie?
Because remember earlier today when I said
Tear it
Oscar
down.
Isaac wasn't in it?
Just shoot something already.
Just
really
get
all-
to the
it's
parts
the
with
only
the
reason I'm here.
dragons.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I'm here.
I will say earlier tonight we watched, right before this, we watched Pillow Talk with Lil Dicky, and I feel like whoever directed that would have done a much better job with this film.
Amber, you're sorry for everyone. Do you remember when you first got here?
Vanessa Hudgens.
This is post High School Musical. This is like the thing she did right after High School Musical, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not High School Musical's Vanessa Hudgens.
I'm Zack Snyder's Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah,
Still with a Zach. It's just a different one.
the real world's
Oh,
Jimmy
God.
Chung.
Yeah.
I just got that.
Thank you.
You best friends though?
Her career's impressive, though. I gotta say. Like,
Vanessa?
good- No, Jamie Chung.
Yeah,
Like to be
for-
on, Real World.
Coming
San
from Real
Diego,
World,
and
yeah,
then-
she's done.
She's from
alright.
Real World?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was on Real World.
that's
What was
that's where
that?
she started off.
2002.
San Diego, I remember that one.
They like what they see.
And girl, you like what? That's what we do.
Do you fuck with the what?
Do you fuck with the war? I don't fuck with the war. Sorry, this is
What
gonna be
did
the
you
little
just say?
Dicky podcast.
And officially now the character's name is
Intro to Emily
Baby Doll.
Browning's Asleep.
And her name's Baby Doll, guys.
Her
Let's
name
just
is
stick
Baby Doll.
that
That's
in.
that's how much you want to care about your characters. They don't even give them a real name. Like
Yeah,
you can't really relate to a character that's only being
It's,
known by her.
Baby Doll, Blondie, Sweet Pea, like a bunch of like call
It's-
signs, like we
They're
said.
call signs, and it's like as if you are a guard in this institution who's just never going to learn who these women are. You just have to dehumanize them as quickly as you put them in unrealistic situations.
That is the depth of Zack Snyder. guys.
I know it is.
Yeah, while you guys
It's
were
called
just
problematic.
watching, while you guys were just watching your movies, I was making this fucking movie, and I was way ahead of you guys. God.
So basically, you're like, while you were doing that, I was busy with my sword.
Zack Snyder was playing 5D chess here.
But 5D chess just looks like a lot of porn. So his not chronology. His filmography goes 300 to Watchmen to this.
No.
300, and then
he
Al
did-
Ghul.
Well, no, he did
There's a
Dawn
guy.
of the Dead first.
That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
I saw that in
And
theaters.
then
That's the guy who
300.
auditioned for Oscar Isaac's part, by the way. Should have gotten it. That's the Oscar Isaac actor. You better pay a lot of attention to how to outwit this fat man paying 0 fucks, because it's going to be a big plot point later. So she really likes chocolate. That's like canon.
He won't notice the skull.
Oh,
Oh. Lot of like, oh my god,
God.
a lot of violence, like unnecessary. Considering we're in the 50s again and women were considered like children.
Oh.
Are those meat pies?
Yeah, those are empanadas.
there's the Sweeney Todd Easter egg.
It's the first thing we think we've heard her say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let
Let
it go, pig. That'll do, pig.
It's the second time she's walked out on violence. Lady, learn how to fucking follow through.
Learn how to fight.
Oh, that's what she's gonna do over the course of the film. I get it.
Learn
In
how to
her
follow
mind.
through. Learn how to fight.
And doesn't she have like a weird Kill Bill style like boss?
Yeah, that guy.
Why is he in
I
this?
forgot what his name is. though,
Why?
the
What's
actor.
his role in this? Because he's never introduced in their larger world.
He's at the end.
He's in Daredevil. He's
He's Stick.
Stick.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
who it is. Yes, thank you.
Oh my god.
The TV show version.
I'm so terrible with names.
Considering they're gonna give all these chicks lobotomies, why bother teaching them ballet?
Just
Well,
one. Only
yeah,
one.
just one. This is the fantasy world, so they don't get lobotomies in this world.
Oh, right. Why? But they were still teaching them ballet in the.
It was like theory. It was like a therapy ballet.
Just
So
to
in this
help
world,
them
they just
smooth.
care a little bit more about the ballet element of it. You're not dressed like a whore yet.
We have to
Well,
fix that.
Schoolgirl whore.
You're not dressed like a Fosse whore. Now, this woman is roughly about this woman's age. Oscar guyliner.
Gomez.
She's talking like she's literally moose and squirrels, Boris and Natasha.
Open your heart, let it in,
She's great.
and when you're ready,
I mean, she's
I want you to dance.
fantastic, but this is just literally a Foo Fighters video from like the 90s.
It's a Bjork video now.
Oh, now it's a Bjork video. That's right. It is a Bjork video.
Bjork, Bjork.
Yes, Bjork, Bjork, Bjork. Bjork, Bjork, Bjork.
Bjork traveled into the 50s, guys.
And just also had no sense of narrative storytelling.
That sounds like Bjork. Honestly.
Bjork's stories make sense to me.
He was probably listening to a lot of Bjork making this film.
Why don't you dance, bitch? Wonderful. Well, that's great. She can run away. This is a weird. It's a weird mix between a pep talk and like a fuck you talk.
Yeah.
It's a pet.
That's how you motivate.
She
Your
can't play
player.
both sides of the line. You have all the weapons you need because we don't know. I guess we don't know if she's good or not.
Yeah.
Like secretly.
And we never will find out.
Yeah, right. I was about to say I can't remember if she is, which probably means
Oh,
she
no.
isn't.
Spoilers.
Well, I think
guys.
she ends up being good, but she doesn't like.
She's
She
good.
doesn't
She's
like.
chaotic
She
neutral.
doesn't like do much though.
No, but she's like there for them.
Yeah.
She is. Oh, I see. I remember. I thought I remembered it the other
She's
way,
all-
that she
yeah.
turned out to be bad. Okay, so we're about to go into our second dream state, which is
Yeah.
just
this is,
technically.
like, the second layer, Inception style.
She's,
Got to go down one more.
so she's already been lobotomy. Oh, see, that's interesting. That is a visual cue that we're still in her lobotomy
The
with
eyes.
that little needle turn.
Yeah.
What's crazy is during the lobotomy, this woman from the 1950s imagines all this amazing music that's going to come out in the future.
Yeah. She's ahead of her time.
And some visually stunning art too.
See, this is we're getting to the visually stunning parts of this.
She was also like into anime.
Super.
Yeah.
This is why we
With
get
the
to.
It's weird how she has
Giant
the brain of a
samurais.
Yeah.
25-year-old white dude in the 90s
She's
who's
way
seen
ahead
Kill
of
Bill
everybody.
once. Came right from the theater and wrote this script.
And we just described Zack Snyder's entire
Yeah.
childhood right there.
Zack Snyder like in
Being
a
like-
dark room with big ass headphones on, like just like drawn to
banging
this
out.
music right now.
Yeah,
Zack
this
Snyder-
is gonna
So
be cool.
badass.
Yeah.
This is gonna be cool. Hashtag Snyder Cut.
Zack Snyder's the reason, like, there's something called lo-fi, and, like, there's a reason that shit needs to be turned up. There's that little panda with headphones on. That's Zack Snyder writing the script of this movie.
Yeah, this guy.
Stick.
He's still the same character here. He's
And
just
again, like, yeah,
just
problematic,
Stick.
not Asian guy playing an Asian character. Take a shot. So again, we've never been introduced to who the fuck this white dude is or why he's in a Shaolin temple.
Doesn't matter. He has a sword.
He has a fucking sword. Do you think David Carradine turned down this part, or do you think they just didn't bother asking him?
I think he was dead by this
Yeah.
point.
No, he was not dead by this point.
Didn't he?
I'm pretty sure he was.
I don't think so. Someone in
What was this,
YouTube.
2012?
No,
Earlier.
This is 2010.
11.
Oh, 11. Okay,
Pretty sure
so
it was
yeah,
11.
no, he was definitely because Carradine was definitely gone by 2009.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He
I
died
think it
right after
happened-
Kill Bill?
yeah, in the summer of 2009. Because I remember I was working at the theater specifically, and people were just like,
Oh, his
"Kung
name-
Fu's dead."
Kung Fu autoerotically fixated itself. Oh wait, I did know that because I do remember him. I do remember watching Kung Fu the summer after he died, which would have been like 07, 08, 09, whatever.
Yeah, it was 09. He died.
09.
Check it out.
I have a thing for release dates, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You want to team up? I'm terrible at them.
Oh,
Spoiler. Here
Here's
we
the-
go. Here's
here's
the,
the-
so here's the side
The
quest.
fetch quest.
Yeah. Zack Snyder also played a lot of fucking video games.
he played a lot of Zelda, guys.
The fifth thing is a mystery.
Thanks.
Shitty writing.
It's DLC.
So, was this after Pan's Labyrinth? Because I have this theory that this
Yes.
movie was
Yeah.
very much inspired by Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the side quests being the point the whole time. Like, the side quests were the journey the whole time is
Yeah.
definitely a Pan's Labyrinth.
The real mystery were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Hey,
The real mystery. The real plot device is finding out who your stepfather is.
It's dangerous. You're gonna need this sword.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Guys, remember how great it was when I found out what Lenox Hospital stood for? Really?
She's
Are
gonna
those the
do
shoes
that.
that she showed up with, or the shoes that she has in a mental hospital, or
These
the
are
shoes
her second layer dream fantasy fight shoes.
she brought those with her into the dream?
Damn.
Yeah.
She brought her burlesque
Actually, I'm
shoes.
pretty sure she doesn't have control over any of this. Like, she's just like thrown
She
into these
isn't.
dreams.
She doesn't.
She's as passive a character as she is in her dreams.
She basically has zero expressions, and that expression is just constant
Guys, she's
Richter
about to
Mortis
whoop
of
some
horrified.
ass.
Yeah. Gets to fight this giant samurai thing.
Who's also voiced by Oscar Isaac.
Oh God, he's like 20 feet tall.
Oh my god! She is being kicked the shit out of. To be fair, she has like godlike powers. That's a
Yeah.
Superman move right there.
That's true.
Oh, this movie is terrible. I hate it. And now we're into heavy metal too.
He's definitely eclectic.
Yeah.
It's not as eclectic as it thinks it wants to be.
It's Zack
Like it's
Snyder's
like
wet
metal
dream.
plus like fucking kung fu, but like it's all just some white dude in his room. You're right. This guy loves anime.
But he's not in love with physics.
That's exactly why he turned to the
what
sword.
do physics mean when you're fighting a stone 20-foot samurai?
I don't know.
You
in
don't
my,
need physics.
in my own dreams, like freaking physics is a bitch. Like what's called like I'm running 40 miles an hour and I only get like 5 feet.
I've never tried to run 40 miles an hour or get 5 feet on anything. So she cut a patch of sunshine into him.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
That's what they're made of.
She gets there. You go. Boom.
They're made out of sunshine.
Wow.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
Oh, I get it. Is Annie Lennox really the key to understanding Sucker Punch?
Yes.
Discuss.
He wrote it for her.
She's like, no, thank you.
Oh, now they got missiles.
That just seems like
Why? Why do they have missiles? And who?
It's like that writing trope when something gets boring, have a guy with a gun walk in.
You know what? They did that on Gotham once, where when it got boring enough, they just brought in somebody with a bazooka.
Yeah.
But that worked.
really? Because I
Yeah.
thought the minute that they were getting boring, they brought a guy whose literal thing
He was
to-
Calendar Man, Balloon Man.
Oh, yeah, the balloon man.
That was season 1. Season 1 was kind of shitty of Gotham. Let's talk about something I like more than this. Gotham. Season 2 of Gotham really picked up in terms of like a
Not
narrative.
giving a fuck.
No. In terms of giving a shit about its actual like characters.
Oh,
also-
about the character.
and-
Yeah,
and
they did care
making-
about the characters.
and
They
making
did.
so many Batman references by not explicitly saying the word Batman on the show.
You mean because he
ever.
was having a Batman mitzvah, like bat mitzvah?
Oh my God.
That would be a good joke, except for boys, it's a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, I always wondered, is Gotham's Batman Jewish? 'Cause
He looks so Jewish, right?
Where'd she
Oh,
get the gun?
she has a gun now.
Where'd you get the
I
gun?
think she
had
got,
it
she
in
got,
her
she got it
holster.
from the guy, right? I think.
Where? What guy?
I
Where'd
think,
you
I
bring
think he
it?
gave it to her. I think the
Yeah.
David Carradine.
Kill Bill?
Yeah, she had a
Brought her
holster.
a gun?
He's
Why?
just known as David Carradine
Yeah,
from
yeah,
now
that's who he
on.
is. He's David
That's who he
Carradine.
is.
Let's not lie to ourselves.
So she has a double. We've not been introduced to this. They made such a big deal about the sword, but she's had a gun.
I think at this point we're like 30 minutes into the movie. I think we have to
You have to
like
abandon all
we have
logic.
to concede that there's gonna be a lot of things we just don't get introduced to.
But you can't just not introduce a gun. Like that's a whole kind
Zack
of point
Snyder
of narrative
begs to
storytelling.
differ.
I think they were there though. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think
saw
I
them
think
there,
she
like-
did. She picked up the
Yeah.
gun and the sword from the David Carradine guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
when does this movie take place? Back to the concept here.
That's
What
so
is-
disrespectful to this man though as an actor. I
He's
gotta
great.
find his name.
But there's no hiding that this was clearly supposed to be David Carradine when
Yeah.
he wrote this movie.
And to be fair, in terms of respect, I mean, this guy's supposed to be Asian. Like, this is an Asian character.
Maybe he is part Asian though.
Maybe.
We don't
I
know.
mean,
we don't know who he
They're
is.
like,
but
technically,
the thing
somebody
is,
knows.
but in the other scenarios, he plays like characters that aren't supposed to be.
yes, he
Asian.
is. But Stick is supposed to be Asian too.
Not in Daredevil,
No,
but
but
in this
it means
movie.
Oh, in the movie.
You know, he plays the other video game scenarios, whatever they play.
Why doesn't Zack Snyder just make a video game if that's what he wants to do so goddamn much?
He should.
He
We
really
should force him to make Sucker Punch people against his will.
Scott Glenn. Ah.
Oh yeah,
Scott
yeah.
Glenn.
Scott Glenn.
Wise man. That's the character's name.
I'm still probably gonna call him David Carradine.
I don't like the name
Mr.
Wise
Carradine.
Man. Because again, we're just situating people by like, whoa, good job. We didn't even see her dancing, and for some reason, Oscar Isaac's upset.
He's like,
Like
God
as if
damn.
he didn't just discover great
Well, I
talent.
think so. We listen right now. I think it's supposed to be like her dancing was like so like fucking
Good.
like hot.
Oh.
Like that's the way they describe it.
Not
I
good,
think,
but
I
just
think,
hot,
I think that's the way
yeah.
they describe it.
Yeah.
They're like, God damn. We were supposed to lobotomize her tomorrow, but she can dance.
But no, in this world, she's not supposed to be lobotomized because,
Yeah.
again, she is a dancer.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Scott Glenn is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That's cool.
So,
She's not Asian at all, is he?
No. Native American though.
Native
Oh,
He
that's
is
kind
Native
of cool.
American.
That's kind of cool.
That's close.
Doesn't know samurai. though.
Oh, he's just another nationality. At least he's not just a white guy.
What else has Emily Browning been in?
She was recently in that series, or not recently. She was in the series of Fortunate Events.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it
No,
is.
she was, oh
Sleeping
yeah,
Beauty.
yeah.
She did that
The
Sleeping
original?
Beauty.
Yeah,
The,
the-
the
second.
original
The
movies,
original.
yeah. But
Did anybody see Sleeping Beauty?
No, I never saw
I
that.
haven't seen that actually.
There's a real life Sleeping Beauty. I mean,
It's
whatever.
no. It's
Non-cartoon.
Yeah, it's not Sleeping Beauty though. It's
it
a
Malevolent?
little bit more rough.
Yeah.
An adult.
Isn't it Malevolent?
Maleficent. Maleficent.
Well,
Malevolent.
wait till I get
That's a
that
whole.
question
That's
right.
a whole other film.
Well, no, that is literally Sleeping Beauty, right? That's what she's
Maleficent?
from.
Yeah, but
Maleficent is from
no,
Sleeping
she was in another sleep. It was like branded Sleeping Beauty and like based off of the original story, but it wasn't like the Disney version
Yeah.
in any sense.
It was the Grimm's fairy tale version.
Yeah.
To be fair, Maleficent is
grim.
like very barely based on
Yeah.
the one from. In this world, are they getting molested?
I don't know if it's molested. I think they're just like kind of, they're just like brothel prostitutes. I don't know if that does that count if they're getting paid or.
Well, I
or
mean, it
kept?
definitely matters more in terms of like, okay, when the person who's the therapist was like, they won't judge you, but if like you're not doing well enough, it's out on your ass. Like, people in a mental hospital would love to be let out. People dancing for like their livelihood would need a job. Like, it's different. Being a prostitute versus being locked up in a mental institution are two very different levels of consent here.
No correlation. So this is basically just the dream version of Black Swan, where
I mean, but again, in Black Swan, no one's, I mean, problematic.
Okay, so
Jamie's
so,
telling it in the
so she's
background.
yeah.
So she is getting molested.
Well, she's talking about when the cook attacked her. So that's abnormal. So for her
To get molested.
to get like attacked like that, I guess.
Well, to be fair, she was trying to eat chocolate. What did she think she was doing?
She was asking for it.
oh my god, she was about to take that.
Oh, look,
bite.
everyone's name was really on there. Or no, it said Sarah Rocket Bailey. Sarah's a name.
No one will flip this over.
Uh-huh.
Fire.
Ice.
They're like, what? You're assuming they all know how to read.
Oh my god.
So if you guys want to come with me, it's my pleasure.
Can you elaborate?
Are we? Wait, can't we just walk out the door?
The funny thing is, like,
I have a
I'd
key.
like to watch her try to break out of an insane asylum. Try to get, like, you know, a
Well,
key,
what else
a
are
map
they,
to get out.
What else are they trying to do? Like, conceptually, when you go back and look at what happens over the course of the film, what are they trying to do?
I think
except-
they are trying to do in the
Yeah,
real,
it's
the
literally
real world.
like
yeah.
she's just fantasizing about how she would have broke out.
No,
of,
she's fantasizing at how she did break out.
yeah,
how she
yeah,
broke the
that's
other
what I
people
mean.
out.
Like
Yeah.
how she did break out. Well, tried to break out.
yeah.
Well, successfully broke some of them out.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't
Spoiler.
work. Doesn't work for her.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I don't
this
want
movie-
to ruin the end of the
This
film.
movie's just
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters.
wait. Now that I'm
Because
thinking about
she's-
it, she's Batman. She like
she
literally
is
is
Batman.
atoning for the sins of killing her sister.
Yeah,
by,
Abby
like-
Cornish is the only one who gets out though.
Yeah.
I thought it was Jenna Malone.
No, just Sandy
No.
Cornish.
Oh no, Joe Malone dies.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
God damn, this movie's brutal as fuck.
Second thing we need is something to start a fire with. Just a distraction from the escape. Plus, the fire should disable all the checkpoints.
Yes, we have been introduced to
Huh?
that lighter.
In case we run into any trouble. The cook.
He's identified by his job description.
Which was on his neck.
Has a key around his neck.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, it is kind of like Pan's Labyrinth in the sense that this is very simplistic. Like
It's
it's like
also-
here is the big story markers.
Well, it's also weird that okay, they're speaking in the context of like the brothel world, but she has
But
a
she-
flashback to
a
the insane asylum world. So
Well, because ostensibly this all happened in this other world.
I guess it's the clues that this is all in one thing. Yeah. Because it's confusing.
That
if
that
not.
and the fact that we watched this all happen.
We're gonna confuse the
Either-
help. Try not to confuse you.
yeah.
God, either I'm so fucking dumb or Zack Snyder is just
Nope.
5
Not
paces before us.
not the second.
He's a genius.
Also, but these characters are being allowed to do things that people in a mental institution wouldn't be allowed to do.
That's why they're doing it in a
Like
brothel.
huddle.
Yeah.
Like huddle. Like you're not allowed to huddle, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like have you guys ever been to a mental institution? They take away everything. They take away your shoelaces. There's no lights, and it still
You're not-
costs like
there's no backstage.
$100,000.
There's no backstage.
There are no curtains
Although,
either.
You know what? Okay, I have a way to conceive of this movie that might make sense. 'Cause we open up on a stage, right? So this is kind of like that scene in Mulholland Drive where they're like, there is no band. And then they like show Rebecca Del Rio singing and then she falls down and you're like, oh my God, but she's still singing. This is all just somebody's musical in their head that they're writing. And even that first layer was a dream state.
It's a dream within a dream within a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
within a
This
dream.
never happened. Zack Snyder just imagined this entire story. Now it makes sense.
There you go.
Zack Snyder just had a weird dream one night, and this is why you don't tell people your
Telling you,
dreams.
He was just like, man, I got some badass ideas, and I gotta find some way to.
Zack
put 'em on
Snyder had a
screen.
fever.
That's usually how he makes his films.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there's been so many great things that have come out of fever dreams from directors. I mean, most notably the Terminator franchise.
Really?
But,
That was
yeah,
a bad dream that he had.
That was a bad dream.
Night,
that
not
he had.
Nightmare on Elm Street too. The last
Oh,
thing we
yeah.
did.
There you go.
You
That
can
was a night
classify
terror.
It as a great dream now.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
One time I had a terrible acid trip to this song, which is surprising nobody.
Anytime I hear this song, all I picture is Benicio del Toro in a tub screaming.
Oh yeah,
for the
because
box.
or I imagine Jim Carrey in The Cable Man. Doesn't he sing this song?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's.
Oh, no, it's
no,
Once Somebody
not this
Loved.
one. It's,
Yeah, the
he does
Jefferson.
sing Jefferson Airplane though.
Yeah.
Jefferson is Won't You Want
Don't you
Somebody,
want
somebody to love. You guys, you know who directed that movie?
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller did. Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
That's the correct
He
answer.
also plays the twins.
Yes, he plays like the what do we call it, twins? Because they're like the ones that
They're not
actually
the
Richard.
Hernandez brothers.
It is.
the
It's supposed to be like the
five-
They're
Hernandez brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called.
So now they're on World War II. So we know this movie takes place past that, unless she's a genius and can see the future.
But what?
But it's a weird World War II with a lot of blimps.
A lot of blimps and a lot of rubble and destruction, guys.
So there's Nazis, you see, but it's also the 30s for
Yeah,
some
but there's
reason.
also like monsters.
Yeah. So we also see like orcs and
And
stuff too.
dragons.
So yeah.
This movie has a fuck ton of orcs.
Oh, okay. So
How do we intercept her?
You're going to cross no man's land, enter the enemy trenches, take the map from the field commander's bunker. Before the courier
Why is there a Zeppelin? Was there a Zeppelin in the 40s or 50s? No, there was no Zeppelins. By World War II, we were out of Zeppelins. We were fresh out of Zeppelins to give.
plus, also, it's tactically stupid to have a Zeppelin in World War II.
Like
I mean-
all the.
I mean-
why are they? But this is so aggravating to me.
There's six
They're
of them.
steels. No, they're.
There you go. That's why you don't have
Oh,
Zeppelin.
This is why you don't have Zeppelins. That is a beautiful fucking shot, though. My God, that looks like a nightmare.
It's visually stunning.
It is. This is very nightmarish. It looks like this one Polish artist who does specifically images of hell.
And then this fight scene's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's the thing. For as dumb as Zack Snyder really is,
really beautiful.
he does make his action like very visceral and like
Yeah.
well shot.
Visceral is a great
Oh, yeah.
word. That's a real Steve Grant word right there.
True fact, Patty Jenkins was totally inspired by this in Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Not
Look,
a
you can
true
be
fact.
you can be inspired by something that's terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just make it better.
Just make it better.
Much better.
Now she hates the war on a personal level because a child was involved.
Also, they have a mech.
Mech suits.
Yeah.
Mech suits.
Mech suits.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Put the Asian in a mech suit.
We still need
Pacific Rimming the fuck out of this.
still
It's
need,
dope.
still need that splash of anime in there.
Oh my god.
That's offensive. Again.
But the,
Also, the Asian would be working on the other side of the war if we were just being technical about it. I mean, she looks like Zelda.
She does look like Zelda.
Oh, yeah, like I says,
Or no, she
I
doesn't
like that
look
little,
like Zelda.
that little exposition. So don't feel bad about killing them because they're robots.
oh my god.
This movie's so fucking stupid.
There you go.
What does it want to be?
So Zack Snyder had an affinity for life in this movie, and then all of a sudden, Man of Steel, he kills like billions of people in one fell swoop.
That's showing the threat of Superman.
Why do their guns come from different time periods? Their guns aren't even consistent.
I know they have like much superior firepower.
So yeah,
Because
this is
it's
a video
cool.
game.
They're
This
more
is
badass.
Because it's just cool, guys. Like, why wouldn't you put
because I'm pretty sure
everything in
one
a
has like a
movie?
machine gun, and one has a sword. Perfect.
Yeah, that's an M6.
Yeah, modern day weapons in the 20s and the
They also
30s.
have
So which
they
means
also
that,
have
by
a
the
mech.
way, that means that woman
And a
is
mech.
hallucinating the future. She's able to imagine future tech.
They shouldn't have
They
lobotomized her.
should have
should-
lobotomized her. They should have used her.
Boom.
Kill that plane.
Call of Duty that shit. Shoot her down with the pistol.
Oh no.
I got me.
Call a sucker punch mod.
Yeah, blast off.
Can I tell you something? I would play the
my-
fuck out of a Sucker Punch game.
Yeah.
The game looks awesome.
would.
Yeah.
The graphics card on this is crazy good.
But it still won't run Crisis 2.
Oh my god.
That's
It's still problematic. It's like it wants to be pro woman because it wants you to like be like, yeah, go girls. They are our main characters, but it's still taking the male gaze so hard that it doesn't bother giving them names.
Here's the thing about Zack Snyder, though. His male gaze goes both ways. He'll put some oily ass men in him.
Yeah, but they don't try to make him hot. Like the thing about Oscar Isaac, he's not like glistening up his like naked chest, being like, oh
I don't know.
yeah.
Did you see that mustache? I don't know.
That mustache is wafer thin,
And those eyebrows.
and that
suit.
haircut is terrible. I wonder if he showed up in that haircut, or if he had a better one coming in, and they made him get a worse one because
Are
they
you
needed
my
him to be
mommy?
less likable.
Oh, you're my mommy. Anytime I see a gas mask, that's all I hear now.
What are you,
Thank
my
you,
mommy?
Doctor.
That's from Doctor Who.
I'm about to say
Oh, I've got to show you this a little later.
the Doctor Who episode I really liked was the Crying Angels one.
Yeah, that's one of the
That's a great one.
more classic ones, iconic
That's,
ones.
in the sense that I've seen that one,
Yeah.
and it's where he says the timey-wimey stuff, which is
Yeah.
pretty clutch.
Yeah.
I got that reference.
Yeah,
Many more Facebook.
so I do like a lot of like the stuff here. It's all very like stylized, but I mean it looks well. It's shot well.
Or as Steve Grant would say, this movie's visually stunning.
Where'd you guys get the guns from?
I know. Even the
It's
robots
like-
are confused by this tech. What do you think it was like to be on set for this?
It was probably a blast.
Yeah.
Why is her gun older? From the 20s?
The only thing I've ever heard from any person who's worked on his set is that it's a
It's
blast
awesome.
to work with him.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I
And
don't
that
even
he's
know what
just,
he
like,
looks like.
the sweetest man in the world. That's all I've ever heard from anyone.
Oh yeah, no, like I mean,
Even if the film is trash.
I mean, unrelated, but did you guys see that Rodriguez is going to be doing season 2 of Mandalorian? At least one episode?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for
Good for
that.
him.
I'm thinking about this because I'm thinking of better movies and how I watched what is it called? Rebel Without a Crew? Which was about how he got his...
One of the
best.
the best book about filmmaking
Yeah,
ever made.
really good. He used to sell his... That man has sold his plasma and went to Mexico to, like, illegally shoot movies.
He spent like what, like a month and a half in an insane asylum,
Yep.
testing a government,
Yep.
testing government pharmaceuticals. Speaking about asylums,
I'm talking
this
about,
is
like-
all supposed to be in an asylum too, guys.
Yeah, Rodriguez actually lived the plot of Sucker Punch.
To get a movie made.
There's actually a documentary
get-
about him and Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, this is how El Mariachi got made,
This is how they
motherfuckers.
imagine themselves.
The making of.
This is how Pulp Fiction got made.
No, Tarantino just worked at a Blockbuster. I know this because Danny Strong, this actor who he wrote the plot. I mean, he wrote The Butler and he's the showrunner of Empire. His babysitter was Quentin Tarantino because his parents used to just drop him off at that Blockbuster after school, and Quentin Tarantino worked there.
Oh,
So Tarantino was his babysitter and like gave him a toast at the Emmys or Grammys, not at Grammys, but Emmys or Golden Globes.
Yeah.
So that just makes me imagine Quentin Tarantino working at a Blockbuster and all of life falls into place after you think about that one image.
yeah, because you said Tarantino, baby sir. I'm like, wait, what?
Because he worked at a Blockbuster. That's where you sent your kids.
Huh?
So it's a robot that speaks German and needs a bunker.
Well, this is like mutant German guy.
Yeah, that guy's.
There's a lot of,
There's kind of a Wolfenstein presence.
and also there is a not necessarily disturbing, but an uncomfortable amount of shots where they're high kicking people in skirts.
Yeah, like that.
Why would that?
Yeah.
Why would that robot Nazi need to be like somewhat dismembered like a corpse? Like,
Because they're Nazis.
but I thought it was supposed to be a robot. Can it even be consistent in the logic internally?
Well, I think not robots. I think not robots. They're like.
It's
like
not- It's a
that
zombie.
character is
They're-
based on someone in the asylum.
I think
It
so,
is?
Yeah, that's the person who has the map.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was in the asylum.
Well, because they haven't introduced him
Yeah.
or anyone.
Yeah. Well, they think they showed him like walking with Oscar
Yeah.
Isaac. That's what we get. That's all we
Well,
get.
can't we just get an establishing shot here, people? One establishing shot so we know where we are in time or space.
No, absolutely not. It's like the antithesis of this movie.
This
Knowing
movie-
where we are.
This movie. Ugh, so many thoughts.
Keep in mind, this got greenlit.
Yeah, how do you think
Brothers
you
looked
describe
at
this? Because this isn't an elevator pitch. This is like 20 elevators. This is like an elevator that's
This is
got
like
the
Zack Snyder
emergency.
just like broke the elevator so he could keep
exactly.
the kite trapped there for 20 minutes while
And
he
there's just
pitches
a
like,
horn going off
Yeah.
in your ear, and you're like, yeah, it's fine. Do whatever
Lights
you
are
want.
flashing. Dwight's peeing in a corner.
Get up the Zeppelin.
So then we're at the Zeppelin part. Fine.
Well, I didn't tell you about the robots or the orcs.
Just get off.
And also they're
the
zombies.
elevator. Get whatever money you want. Just don't touch me again.
I see what happened in this narrative screenwriting of this, which is he couldn't decide if he wanted her to be sold into like brothel slavery or into a mental institution, but he needed to have her get the lobotomy, so she couldn't have been sold into the brothel. But he wanted to have it both ways because both are establishing, right? Like they keep going back to the brothel world, so
Yeah.
that's just as real, if not more real, than the world that we saw her enter.
And we definitely see it more.
We definitely see it
film.
more, but I'm saying like we kind of forgot at this point that she's supposed to be in a mental institution. No, this is an epic use
think-
of White Rabbit, by the way. Just a little
Wait,
bit of a
White
dab.
Rabbit is still playing.
It's still
Yeah.
playing. This song is still
Oh
playing.
my god.
This is Westworld Raymond Dwaldy like levels of epic use. That one poor guy who's definitely not a robot.
That poor Nazi.
Nazis ain't got no souls.
Boom.
Don't bring a gun to this katana fight.
I give up.
Oh, she cannot kill anyone to kill her fucking life.
To kill her life.
She can only kill orcs.
She's like Batman.
Yeah, you're right. She is like Batman in
Yeah.
the sense that her sense of moral right and wrong extends
Yes,
as far as her worldview.
Yeah, she can't kill
Doctor
people.
Sleep,
She can kill like robot zombies, Nazi
Yes.
zombies.
Mr. Fishy, no. So in the
Oh, it's
world of
back. God damn it.
so in the world of the brothel / mental asylum, how did she get the map?
I think they'll show it right now. I think she just like picks it up. Like it's not even like it's like not this cool.
Did they all work together or not?
Yeah, I think the idea is that they're working together to distract the other people so she can grab it.
And no one.
she threw that?
Oh my god.
The fact is, since this is all being told like retconned, they're basically retconning a movie, but frontward, forward facing it.
So yeah, I'll go back to what's supposed to be happening. She's still dancing, I think.
She's still dancing, but she was done dancing.
No, she started again.
Oh, she started again. It's the next day.
Again dancing.
Now kiss.
I'm so proud of you. You dance your ass off. So literally every day they have to do a RuPaul dance.
She is literally, this therapist is rubbing her hands in glee. Yeah.
He's so pissed.
And he's like into it.
He's into it. He's sexually into it. The mayor of what?
Gotham. Obviously. This has to be in
Perfect.
Gotham. This has to be in the Gotham world.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Have you not seen?
Well, there is no breeze to the He's my children. I said she's not ready.
It's my asylum.
I mean, sorry, I meant brothel.
Yeah. I wish they would do that. They would like mess up. It's my, no, I'm sorry, I'm in brothel.
Also, in this world, he's not wearing a key around his neck. Gomez Adams.
This is Morticia and Gomez Adams right here.
right.
So in this reality, is the guy who runs the asylum fucking the therapist?
No.
Or is it only the brothel owner? Because like she's the therapist and he runs the asylum.
We'll never know.
We'll never know the nature of their relationship.
That's the mystery of the film.
That's the fifth mystery. The actual like
Whether
point
these
of
two
this
are
film.
fucking and whether it's consensual.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, you piece of shit.
Brow. He's like, I gotta go run. Ugh, and let's not dig too deep into this, but he reminds me a lot of my last boss.
Uh-oh.
Just leave that as it is.
Yeah, read that. Yeah, read that exactly as it is. Brow.
I killed my sister. I mean, no.
You don't get too close to this beesh.
I ran away from mine. I thought I was pretty smart at the time. But
Now look where it got me, into this mental institution / brothelry. Forced to dance every day, which is a reality in both the brothel and, remember, in the mental institution where they have to dance.
you just have a moment to just take something.
Watching
Like
this
my
movie.
life. Do you think Jenna Malone was the only person that they just said they could give dialogue to? Like, not our lead, but...
Eric, you're so fast. You would think you like wrote all these little one-liners. You know, out here.
Yeah, Eric is very funny at this movie.
That's just Eric. His timing is impeccable.
His timing is so good. What's weird is I'm getting flashbacks of sitting on this couch a month ago watching other movies with Eric.
Oh, so they got the map, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Oh
we
yeah,
just got
because where's the map?
And he's like, "Where'd my
But we-
giant ass map go?"
But we've never been
Where's my
introduced.
map?
We've never been introduced to this room. So how are we
Yeah, we
supposed
saw,
to?
we
Yeah,
saw,
we
we saw
were.
it very
We-
briefly.
we
Very,
saw
I'd
the-
say it was like a 10-second
Abby
shot.
Cornish goes
I
in there
even
and has
just-
a conversation with him.
This is stupid. What did this room look like in the other dream state?
So what I assume happened is she went in there and danced, and then one of the other girls went in there and took the map.
Yeah,
Isn't that the map?
it was like a copy of the map.
Yeah.
What?
Copy of a copy.
See, they took the map down.
How did he notice that?
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's also Batman.
He put on his glasses. Obviously. That's
Yeah.
how he
This is
saw
why
it.
Arkham Asylum just keeps letting people out accidentally. It's because it's so busy on its female wards.
I mean, but honestly, if Arkham Asylum worked exactly how it should, we wouldn't even have any
We'd have
Batman
no
stories.
Batman. Batman's career would have been over in like 2
The only thing that
years.
makes sense is that Batman runs Arkham.
You're like, what's him out once in a while?
Which I get. This is like the big funder
He's
donor
gotta
to
keep himself
Gotham.
occupied.
Yeah.
He's carrying it. In his breast pocket.
But we've already seen it on a chain in their reality.
Well, I think we're talking about the lighter.
Oh God, that's owned by somebody else, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I think in this reality, it's in like a client. It's in his breast pocket.
I thought it was like in the cook.
No, he has a knife.
Not
No,
the
he has
cook,
a
the
knife.
And it's the butler with the candlestick after
Oh
that.
my God, you guys remember Clue? That movie is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
The penguin.
Penguin.
Hey.
You're right. This movie is just Batman. Cobblepot.
John Hamm's Two-Face.
John,
Yeah.
God damn. Because
Oh
get it?
my
Remember, right pocket is where this
Some
guy keeps the
boss-ass
key.
music to watch it too.
Oh, this is a bomb ass music video. Let's kiss.
Oh yeah.
Kiss.
That was on the
Slow
list. That
mo.
wasn't on the side sheet. That was right on the
Yeah, like,
smacker.
oh my God, are you kidding me?
You know what's
El
funny?
Jefe. they literally gave him cigars. They say the boss.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the
This
boss.
is-
He's
this
the
is-
mayor.
this
I
is
thought he was the
Ben
mayor.
Bateman.
This is Ben Bateman.
Oh my God.
What's funny is that lighter's a different color than the lighter that we've previously seen.
It's a fancy lighter for the brothel world.
So they're describing a different lighter.
Same lighter. Just
And by the way, this
different
guy,
color.
with the
Different
amount
world.
he smokes cigars, would definitely notice a lighter going missing. So we're back to our main establishing shot, which leads me to believe El Jefe is the person whose gaze we're looking at through the course of the story.
Zack Snyder is El
He's the
Jefe.
main character.
It is a work in progress, so I apologize in advance.
It's so funny how she like wants everyone to appreciate the integrity of her dance. When no one gives a fuck. Like absolutely no one cares how like good this dance is.
Well,
Just
wanna
she's
see some
Russian,
chick
so you know
dance.
she
You
cares.
want to see her dance,
Yeah.
right, guys?
They don't even want to see her dance. They just want her to see her naked.
yeah, pretty much.
You're right. The artistic credibility of this is sort of like Zack Snyder himself trying to make you care about the story.
See,
Oh
like
my God. She was like,
What the fuck? Her dancing's so good.
she hasn't started yet.
She just sways.
What are you talking
All
about?
she does the whole time.
Yeah, just sways all the time. That's
Sway.
Do you
it.
know if Emily Browning can dance?
And no one has paid attention.
It's like, it's like La La Land where they can't sing, so they don't sing. So then this, she can't dance, so
City of
they
Stars.
don't show her dance.
Get the lighter.
don't look at your chest.
Which one's this?
Oh man, I think it is true
This
that we're
is,
looking through
this
this
is the
movie through El
dragon.
Jefe.
Okay, now there's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They were already orcs.
Oh no, this is Snowpiercer.
Are there still
No, no,
Zeppelins?
this
No, that's
This is the next one.
that's yeah.
Wait,
that's the
wait,
light.
what? This how?
Oh no, you're right. Oh
Yeah,
my
there's Lord of the
God.
Rings now.
But why do they still have airplanes? Why is the future tech
It's
still
Lord of the
involved?
Rings with airplanes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I hate this movie. I hate it.
Stop trying to. You just give up on the
just gotta-
logic.
just
Go with the
Go with
flow.
the roll.
Fucking stupid.
I gave up on the logic, and my head still.
But that's
hurts.
the reason why high fantasy doesn't cross over to like human world stuff a lot of times is because you can't
Because no one
blend
has
fantasy and sci-fi.
the balls like Zack Snyder. No one has the vision that Zack Snyder does to make it happen.
So when I saw this
I-
movie in theaters, I did a double feature, and
Yeah.
the first movie I went to go see was Your Highness,
Oh
and
man.
I left that movie because I thought it was so bad, so I went to go see this instead.
Oh wow. So
I
Kenny
was like,
if
what
you
is this day?
wow, that day sucked for you.
It was actually a lot of fun.
Did you think that you were smarter
It
than
was-
most movies after that
No,
day?
me and my friend Freddie, we went to go see a movie just randomly, and we were like, this is going terrible. Let's try something else. It was still not going well.
I think the double
But we had a
feature.
blast making fun of both of those.
I think the only double feature I ever saw in theaters was I went to go see Blair Witch Project and then saw Eyes Wide Shut.
Ooh.
That's a really.
It was a really fucking long day considering how nauseous I started like it started with after that first film.
Oh,
Way to
God.
dodge.
And another way that this movie is very true to life in the sense that this is what a lobotomy feels like.
you fighting orcs?
Yeah, this entire thing
And
makes
you have
sense if you get
superpowers?
lobotomized.
Oh my god, superhero landings.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Peter Jackson, we need to raid your.
So this is like even more like
Why
outclassed.
does Zelda have a gun?
It was like more outclassed than the last one because you guys don't even have guns. You guys have like swords and spears.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's like if the Lannisters showed up with Uzis.
That'd be great.
To
That'd be
whom?
so
It's
interesting.
funny because the girls are the same characters though. Like they're
Yeah,
the
the
same
same
outfits.
hairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
their
the same.
hairstyles changed from
It's like they
Inception
live in
things,
a
but
world
they
where there's different like
yeah.
there's just
But
different
it's-
parts of the world that are like this,
Yeah.
or they're like
Yeah,
but it's
at the same
consistent.
time, this is
Yeah.
the same world where orcs are fighting on one side, one continent, and World War II is
Yeah.
going on the other one.
they
Yeah,
might
this
be
is-
able to
this
like
is
fly
true.
to like Florida
True.
and just like hang out on
So this
on
is
the
one
beach if they
world.
want.
Yeah.
This all exists in
This
one.
is like one country, I would assume. And
That's
then they fly
awesome.
to another country
Yeah.
where there's
Robots.
Germans.
Yeah. Yeah.
That actually
robot
that makes me
Germans.
like this movie more. If I understand it, this is just one consistent third dream state.
Yeah.
'Cause- and you
Yeah.
can check it by the hair that
That's
it's
true,
supposed to
yeah.
be the same chick.
Yeah, all the girls like they're dressed in the same outfits the entire.
I bet if we
part
ask
of this.
Zack Snyder, he'll be like, "Yeah, that's right. That's what I meant."
That's why the dragon, you
Be
know.
like, yes.
So were the robots Nazi? Are all robots Nazis? Or are there
No,
some good robots?
the Nazis were zombie steampunk Nazis.
No, but remember he said, "Don't worry about killing them. They're all."
Yeah, they were.
They were, like, robot-
They were steampunk
yeah.
operated zombies.
Oh yeah, they're steampunk.
Yeah, same thing.
And now there's dragons.
Yeah.
God, this guy got so hard while writing this movie.
He's also a big Rain of Fire fan.
Oh God.
God, he literally threw
He
everything.
threw everything.
Everything in the
Steam-
kitchen sink.
Throw it out the wall.
You know, it'd be
baby.
hard though. You know, it would be a really good trivia Schmodown thing. It would be to try to describe what movie stars blah blah as steampunk Nazi blah blah, and you would just get so confused in the wording of what's going on in the course of the film that you could really,
And this stuff, what?
you know, the steampunk Nazi dragon film.
Yeah.
What? Starring Oscar Isaac. What?
Oh, had
I
two,
kind
man.
of feel bad for the dragon
It
guys.
was a baby.
That was a little baby
Yeah.
one.
Baby dragon.
They just killed a
The
baby.
dragon. I don't know what the
She's already
allegory.
killed her sister. This
Yeah.
one's a stone cold biatch.
Fuck this girl.
Yeah, see, I don't know what the allegory is supposed to be there. Like you kill the baby to get your goal or whatever.
Well, she killed her sister. We already know that. Sometimes you sacrifice the need of the
baby.
baby, the
The
baby
baby
sister.
for the need of the more.
Much like Sweeney Todd, this is a revenge flick in that she's willing to sacrifice the girl for the sake of getting everything blown up.
The old gods.
The old gods. My child! No.
Oh, did this.
Don't worry, this is still in the state where she's just giving a dance for El Jefe.
Smaug.
Yeah, this dragon ain't got shit on Smog.
Like, okay, Cumberbatch to do the-
Yeah.
Get Oscar
Right.
Isaac to do the voice.
Oh my god. And it's even taking a moment to show you that this is sad.
What the fuck
why?
is that Snyder thinking?
Why am I
Seriously.
identifying with this dragon harder than I have with Baby Doll over the course of this entire film?
You know what?
It just
Fuck-
took a beat.
You know what? Fuck Baby Doll and fuck all these other chicks. Like, seriously, I'm on the dragon side.
This dragon was just trying to
kill 'em
live during
all.
the era of Nazis. That's all it was trying to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't doing a judgment. So those steampunks or those zombies or
Those
what?
are orcs.
Those are orcs.
Orcs?
Orcs.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna kill you.
So are orcs smarter than robots?
No, I would say no.
You're definitely dumber.
I understand now why cats like hiss. Because it's my visceral reaction to this movie.
I'm gonna get you.
So in this reality, the Nazis maybe
Do
win,
a
maybe
barrel
don't, but we
roll.
do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll.
Is that a Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was. Use bombs wisely.
You know what's fun about Firefox and not this film?
You mean
Not
Star
Firefox.
Fox?
Star
Firefox.
Fox.
Star Fox.
Jesus Christ.
I'll play Firefox too.
I'll
Yeah.
play Firefox. It's a great extension.
Fox, get this guy off me.
You know what would be great though is like if the mechs came back in a bigger way, because the idea of them working together works with the concept of like Pacific Rimming this.
Yeah.
But that mech never comes back, does it?
No.
No.
Oh. Like so many good ideas in this movie, it was just abandoned entirely. This would even make for a badass miniseries. Like, let me just go that far. If
Yeah.
given more time, this would be better.
Yeah.
And I really hate to say that. I don't want to give this movie any more
Is
time.
she gonna shoot it down with the pistol again?
Yep.
Do
Like the
it.
plane?
Right in the eye.
Is that true? I'm gonna be so mad if she punches
no,
this thing
it
out in the
kinda
eye.
just dies.
What do you mean it just dies?
Like, it, like,
Of old age?
Just
just goes here, like
Oh,
gets
just
its
goes
head
there.
stuck, and it's like
And then she just
It
kills
just gives up the will to live because its child was murdered. I get it.
Star Wars.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones opening.
do 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 do.
Valeris Margolis.
oh wait, she cuts all the way through it.
Yeah.
No.
She goes. There you go. This is music.
Oh, this poor thing, this dragon, once again, just so.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
America.
Just gave a dragon a
Fuck
little
yeah.
Yeah, she gave the dragon lobotomy. That's how you do it.
The dragon lobotomy, but it went a little too far. Now it's just plain old death. I don't know about you guys, but damn, that was a hot ass dance.
Whoa.
He really respected the artistic.
Artistic terror. He was like, "Whoa!" And
That one.
by the way, that was his expression when she first showed up on stage.
Yeah.
Technically, if
He's
you're
like,
looking,
he's,
about to
he's
cry.
like crying. He's like he loves it so much. It's so so well refined.
to be fair, Oscar Isaac is her biggest supporter.
Where does
He believes in her
my-
more than anyone else does. And of course, they immediately noticed the lighter. He just noticed it was missing.
I know, and it doesn't matter. Like so, she could have probably just asked him, "Can I borrow this?"
Can I borrow this for a second?
Yeah.
This chick in the mental institution where you're sleeping with people.
Brothel.
No, I'm saying in the world of how who they brought into the mental institution to fuck the patient.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you can have my lighter.
I'm here. Take it for a job well done.
God, like honestly, like you see how tight that belt is on her. Like I just want to like be like loosen it up a little bit.
Just take a
Steiner.
string. Yeah, I mean, it just.
Oh, tape everything under the under.
Where'd
the
you get
deck.
tape?
Oh,
Where'd the tape come from?
Yeah, she forgot to write on the board. First, we need tape, so we can tape all the stuff. to
Tape is
board.
the fifth thing. Well, he's onto them is the thing. I mean, but he just doesn't stop them.
I think she's right. You want-
It's still on. It's still on.
Okay, yeah.
oh, okay.
It's one of those weird tropes where it's like, we're on to you and we're definitely going to do something punitive, but we're not going to stop you in any fashion.
But we're just gonna wait and see how this rolls off.
Yeah, we're just going to see. Let's just see how this plays out. Huh?
Let's see it.
You
roll.
better stop it while I slap one of y'alls and then walk away.
Stealing maps.
Stealing maps. Kind of a crucial thing we should probably tell the mayor about.
Gonna get Commissioner Gordon on this.
Well, Alfred was apparently there for the murder. I hope he just says something and those lights just from Ex Machina come out. He just starts dancing.
I'm about to tear this fucking dance floor better than you chicks.
Oscar Isaac smelling a girl's hair is a big mood. Reestablish the plot of this movie.
No, it's funny that her name is Blondie, and she's the only one that's not blonde.
Oh, that is funny. Sort of.
That's Jamie Chung, I guess.
You are. So yeah, that weird trope of
Wait,
like,
isn't Abby Cornish Blondie?
No, it's Vanessa Hudgens. Abby Cornish is Sweet Pea.
No, isn't.
these characters are not even internally consistent, are they?
I thought she was. I thought
They're all
Vanessa
Blondie.
Hudgens
They're-
was Sweet Pea.
They're interchangeable.
Mutual respect.
What the fuck is he talking about? I want to see this movie through
Which is
this
funny.
character's perspective, where he's just like really sad and beleaguered. Like he's like, these women who I just respect their artistic integrity.
Which is so funny. Like, you're right. He's onto them. He knows they're taking shit. He's just like, please stop taking shit.
I just want to be a fly on the wall for when Oscar Isaac read the sides. It was just like,
So he's like, I'm a
Christ.
what? But not visually, never on screen rape. Okay. Just implied? Yes. Okay. Signed. Hard on.
It only better be implied, Zach, because subtlety is not your speciality.
Yeah. There's no locksmith. That's Sweeney
Sweeney
Todd
Todd
call
reference.
back.
He knows what we're doing, and if he catches us for real, it won't be like
What did he just catch you with for fake? It's not like he looked around and found anything. He just was like, I have a
In
hunch.
the act. In
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
act.
yeah.
El
It's like, there's
flagrante
something going on
dilettante.
here.
I hate that one of them's named Rocket.
we are all the shapers. You know it's the only way to get out. You're gonna choose her. Someone you barely know. Over me.
I'm going to choose
I mean,
like,
like,
getting
what
out of
is
here.
she to her? Oh, I guess we never find out or
They're-
care.
They're sisters.
They're sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said that.
Sorry, I wasn't paying any fucking attention because this movie does not respect me enough to earn my respect.
Also, they don't necessarily come across as sisters either.
Nope.
Zach, what's my motivation?
Yeah.
Just cry.
Just cry.
Cry harder.
Cry on. It's go, not cry. Sorry, I had to quote something good. At least one half of Grindhouse was good.
I liked Grindhouse.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot more than this.
It's longer too, but still better.
That had less concepts than this one film did.
Yeah.
And it was technically two films by two different people. And was more cohesive narratively.
The trailers were more cohesive than this is.
We found out that Rafe Spall was in a trailer during this period of his life. He was in one of those Grindhouse trailers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's like part of the Edgar Wright Coronado people. Like he's one of those people who's been technically low key on the back of every single Edgar Wright film, and he was in Edgar Wright's trailer during Grindhouse.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who is he in Shaun of the Dead? He's the
slacker
he's the
employee
slacker
guy.
kid. No, no, other adult.
Whoops.
Keep going. Kiss it.
That's
Kiss
like
it, kiss again.
That was like the fucking I've made a huge mistake look.
I've made a huge mistake.
Peeling potatoes.
Is one of them good at music?
It's her superpower. She has to dance to distract the cook so they can get
I
the
thought the
knife.
other one was good at dancing. Isn't she dancing?
No, it's her. It's Emily Browning.
Right, she's good at dancing.
Yeah, so they're
But
gonna.
Yeah, but they were
need,
trying to get the
they need her
music
yeah.
from.
Oh, from the
Yeah.
biatch. She
Yeah.
can't dance without music.
Yeah.
So she literally has Ron Burgundy. She can't say anything unless it's on the teleprompter. Oh my god. God, Zack Snyder. You
So wait,
have
in
no
this world,
imagination.
why would you have a whore working in the kitchen? Don't they have
The
a
short
co-
staffed.
There was a pandemic in the 30s, and they all have to be
in the
quarantined.
30s when they're projecting the Nazis are going to happen? It's the same thing. This semantically.
It kind of also falls in line with the fact that this takes place in Gotham because Gotham's always been like ambiguously set. In
Yes,
time.
that's absolutely true. Gotham's always taking place somehow in the 30s
and
Oh,
today.
and today. Well, that's why when they brought a like bazooka into Gotham, it was so badass because you're like used to Calendar Man or like Cobblepot, whatever, and then someone brings in a gun and you're like, holy shit.
Dun, da, 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 da.
And you know who it was too? It was like you're on their side because it's.
That's why you don't have your prostitutes working in the kitchen.
This is why you don't.
Just throw
First of all,
them on the
hygiene.
floor.
Yeah.
First
she-
of all,
she
hygiene.
She just like rubbed her ass on that table.
I'm pretty
They
sure this.
chop all the onions.
They're gonna have electrocution involved in the scene, aren't they? Because we've seen a little too much of that water pooling down.
That's
And
just
metal
Zack
chair.
Snyder. He just likes water. Like slow motion shots of water.
I don't know. There's
Why
water. There's an
Pablo is laying in
electric
the
chair.
bathtub.
Oh, there it goes. It's just training. We're good.
I'm just saying. Why? Can't you just fuck him and steal his shit on the side?
That is a bridge too far.
Well, they're all acting like whores.
Ooh, gotcha.
Acting.
Ooh, gotcha.
There,
Look, she's acting like she's not getting
Acting
paid. No
like-
one's forcing her to do
yes,
this.
but
This
there's,
book is.
there's an art
Oh, hey.
to this that Carlo Gugino has instilled in them.
Yeah, right. It involves sitting on men's laps. I've also had a bad trip to this song. I'm wondering if me and Zack Snyder have taken the same amount of pharmaceutical grade LSD in our lifetime.
I've got a feeling he's done a little bit more than most people.
So have I. I remember this song has weird audio loops. I would like to see this. Wait, what? What?
It's the same country.
Jupiter.
So this is like the end of Mandy.
Oh man.
Yeah, the idea is simple, said
Simple.
Zack Snyder.
That's how he started the pitch.
The idea is simple: deactivate the bomb and try not to get
The
killed.
code
for
numbers
God's
for the
sake.
jet bombs and the jetpack for your safes are in that duffel. In this world, in this third world, does she have a different name?
No.
Amber?
Oh, she has Amber. She's like the closest one to a real name.
I thought Sarah was on a board. Wasn't Sarah on the board?
We don't see Sarah. there is no Sarah.
Where is that Sarah? That guy's
A girl
coat is
doesn't have a
boss.
name.
That is
One
a
last thing.
boss coat.
Always one
Yeah,
last
it
thing with this guy.
What city?
I can't hear you.
Sorry, what?
What?
What was the last part?
Luckily, that information is. Oh, look at the train in the background. This is.
That's the train they're going to. The Snowpiercer.
That's the train to Busan.
Oh my god. Which is getting a sequel, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Ayo.
Set in the same universe somehow. I think it's called like Train to Philippines or something. It's like another country.
Train to the Philippines.
Oh, it's weird when you look wistful. Is there air on this planet where they are?
Oh, they're all dead.
We already accepted. This is all in like.
Can I tell you
This
something?
is one
third
This chick
level
from the
America.
50s has herself an imagination that is like unparalleled. Had she been allowed to live, she would have been the Philip K. Dick of reality.
Can you just imagine all the books she
Maybe
would have
I need a
written?
lobotomy. I don't know.
A lot of this stuff could be painted on the side of like a conversion van.
Oh my god, they really just
This is
use-
pretty dope, though.
Did they really just
Can I tell
use
you
the
something?
RoboCop sound effects?
Yeah.
Westworld did this better and continues to.
Signature.
Hey, can you guys? Who's the name of the guy again from Westworld that we mentioned earlier tonight? Come
What's
on,
up?
Thomas Jane?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane's in Westworld?
No,
Sorry, the other guy.
So the other guy, not Thomas Jane.
He played the vegan police in Scott Pilgrim.
Clifton Collins?
Clifton Collins.
Jr.
Yeah,
He's great in Westworld. Anyway, thank you.
I forgot he was in that.
So this is all, I mean, Zack Snyder again, trying to be visually stunning. It's all one shot at least. It's like, even though it's all CGI.
What does that mean? One
Yeah.
shot? That is no.
It's all it's all CGI, but it's like
It was rendered by 1,000 men.
yeah.
I just poor Emily Browning just dressed up in like some green suited stage, fighting nothing but tennis balls.
That's
Pro-
difficult.
Probably not even a
Fight
real
tennis.
sword. It's just a stick.
Sticks, swords.
You know what? Release the Snyder cut.
of this movie.
Oh no. Oh no,
I
please
feel like that's the only
lobotomize me
cut for this
first.
movie.
Can I tell you
I don't know if
something?
anyone
This
else
is not
could
even
cut
how
this
you kill
together.
robots. You don't cut them off at the legs. That wouldn't work.
That's always the thing my brother always asks in like movies with robots. It's like, why do they give themselves legs?
Why are they on
Why
wheels?
do robots have to look like be built like humans?
Yeah, to make us feel better about creating them, probably. They're made in our image. Like cows don't have wheels. Nothing has wheels.
Yeah, like the only robot I really bought as a robot was freaking Ed 209. Because that thing looks like you need to build.
I have a Roomba. Or like a Roomba thing. And I'm always yelling it. Its name is D-Bot. And like, I think mainly because I feel like it's competing with me. And doing an equally shitty job of cleaning the room.
Oh,
I'm always feeding mine.
Oh.
like when,
Mine-
whenever it's just around me, I'm just like, oh well.
Mine,
I purposely make a mess just so he could clean it up.
much like myself, mine just loves to eat cords. It just constantly is tripping itself up over a million cords.
God, none of these robots know how to shoot.
Well, we trained them, clearly. While we were busy making the Zeppelins. Or maybe the dragons trained them. I don't fucking know.
Well, that's plenty of time to get out of here, guys.
There's plenty of time. What are the stakes in this world? Like, who are they fighting for? The Americans? The planet?
Themselves.
Link? Humanity? Women? Or is it like that this movie is like her telling the stories of the like to the girls? Like, this is how we get out of the
Whoa.
situation.
Could you?
And you'll be like the pilot, see? So
this
you
is
gotta
how she-
imagine there's orcs.
This is how she describes the,
Yeah, this is what I'm
the
saying, like-
plans.
So this is what we're gonna do.
So you're gonna be like to the orc man. I like how this video is gonna be 90% of my feet. Like I hate that I just noticed that my feet are entirely in the shot. It's disgusting. I apologize. Please don't put me on a foot wikia.
Wiki feet.
Too late. Too late.
I
Too
hate
late.
my
Well,
feet
we
so much.
we're only afforded one Tarantino reference per podcast, right?
Huh.
It's too late to start this movie over, right?
No, lobotomize me first.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. You know what? Fine, put my feet wherever you want them. Don't care. Don't make me watch this again.
This hero robot.
That robot is dying for the cause.
Worth it.
Worth it. Dude, you're low-key hilarious.
It's high key. It's very high key.
Reminds me like Vinny. Reminds me a lot of like when Vinny was 18.
Thanks.
No, I just mean like Vinny used to not talk that much. But when he would, it would be...
Oh, so you're right. It's an electrical thing. So with
course
the,
it-
the
of course it-
electricity snapped him out of the dance dream state.
But he's in a metal chair, so...
No, I just snapped him out. Look. He's just like, what's going on?
Yell that bitch. It absolutely is going to be 100% electrical. A lot of slapping.
Yeah.
He has another knife.
Oh,
Take the cord and do the thing with the cord. Oh my god! Back in the world.
So the death was enough to snap her back. Into the
But
world.
not snap her back, because again,
Well,
this
he
is all
moved
during a
He
lobotomy.
moved the cord off of the water, so it's the music started back up again.
Yeah.
Oh! Smart. I didn't put that together.
When he,
I
yeah,
thought it
when
happened
they pushed
because...
the chair.
Yeah. I like to think like right now she's just like dancing again on the table. As like the girl's
she's
getting
getting
stabbed.
stabbed.
Yeah.
It's like crying chick on TikTok.
Yeah.
She's gonna like pull something and do like a ripcord effect.
Yeah. Peace.
Oh, whoa, where'd she come from?
I didn't think
Now I
this
had
through.
to tell you what number 2 was.
We did that shit together.
So even in her fantasy, this chick dies.
Yeah. She has to go with the illusion.
Yeah.
Just to stay consistent.
Because this is all really happening.
This is as much happening as that mental asylum was happening. This
It's
fucking
all really
planet.
happening.
I would really like to read somebody's like try hard thought analysis of this movie. Like someone's review.
Someone did write it. Really try. I'll send it to you.
Please?
Yeah. Someone
Can we
wrote,
do
like,
a dramatic reading?
huge like essay on like why this film makes sense.
I can imagine writing that in college.
I found it on Reddit.
Oh my god.
Surprising to no one.
Where else
It had to be Reddit.
Is there like a release the Snyder Cut Reddit? Subreddit?
I'm sure there is.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Sure there is. It's like, oh
Dance
shit.
your way through this, bitch.
I know.
You know, real.
Shit, where are the
Got
robots?
Real quick.
Oh.
This wouldn't kill you, unfortunately. Don't get fucked by dad.
I don't think anyone's going home after this.
Well, she's in a brothel.
Oh, yeah, they were
So
yeah.
Ramirez, going back to the Ramirez siblings. I'm not remembering his name. Ramirez.
She's dead.
What would be enough to get two sisters locked in a mental asylum in the 50s together? Like, clearly they didn't murder their mother.
Well, their stepfather killed their other sister.
What?
They all have the same.
Yeah,
They all have the same
it's, all,
origin.
This set.
it's all the same like scenario.
So there were 3 sisters in their house. Only the brunette survived,
Well, you'd have to kill the cook.
or the blonde.
But look what happened to the cook.
Damn.
It's hard to take him seriously when he's wearing so much guy liner.
She snuck away the knife. Take her to the chokey.
Oh my god, how dare you? How dare you, sir?
Okay.
I hate you. Turn it off. Are you that guy? Are you that guy who knew our 5-pointer?
Yeah.
I hate you. God damn it.
Oh, look, it's the Comedy Store.
That's Mark Ellis watching us come in for the Schmodown Awards.
So is he El Jefe or the mayor or just somebody?
No, he's El Jefe was the penguin. He's the high roller. That's what they call
Or
him.
the high roller.
Yeah.
But just
Those
technically
were
the
just,
doctor.
those were just cigars that said El Jefe.
Yeah.
Who came up with these names?
But that
Hello,
woman is
Jones.
that's the woman with the we've seen her in an establishing shot of the mental institution. She was like the intake person.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the pointy
Yeah.
boobs.
The Taylor.
Yeah.
Did she have a piercing in her lip?
It's supposed to be a mole.
No way.
Mo.
Mole, mole, mole.
Yeah, give a good pep talk here. No, you don't. Ike Barinholtz. No, that's not who I'm thinking of. The other dudes are like, "Do I have to be here for this, boss?" Like, who's that black chick in the back?
It's come to our attention that a few bad eggs laid by one little egg in particular
Again, he's like, "I know what's going on. I'm just not gonna do anything about it."
and are plotting against me.
He's so beautiful. Sorry, but it's true.
Friend, protector, your employer, plotting to take from me my most precious possession.
A map?
Fuck.
Jeez.
Somebody else's.
Somebody
Somebody else's lighter.
Yeah.
My most precious possession.
The cook's knife. He's like a magpie.
These are my things.
He's like a magpie.
Oh my god.
Someone make this a meme. Suddenly not aware of what's going on here. I learned it from you, Dad. So, just to clarify, in reality, what was this scene? Did the guy who owned the asylum take a gun on a bunch of inpatients?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
what's the real world
most
parallels?
likely.
Yeah.
That's right. Our dear Blondie came to us, desperately trying to help her sisters off this most dangerous path.
Is he a preacher now?
Can I get an amen?
Say, look, Sarah, number six.
There, and there's Bailey and
Bailey with 2 L's?
yeah.
There's
Oh,
Bailey
no.
with 2 L's.
Oh,
That
no.
Bowie?
Yeah.
Bowie's Fitness?
Oh no, he found this.
Don't
He
worry.
found the secret list.
And he doesn't do jack shit about it.
Just
All
like
that's
his
missing is this thing around my neck.
Yeah.
Just like his character Next Machina, he knew that he was getting fucked over
Yeah,
to begin
right.
with.
Yeah.
Wait, so suddenly he is wearing it around his neck.
Is he?
Yeah. I'm assuming that's this shiny thing.
He's always worn it around his neck.
Not in previous scenes as this guy, only as
I think it's just under his
Boom.
tongue.
What the
Ooh.
Did this happen in the asylum? I believe a stabbing did.
Yeah, I think the idea is that like he killed like one of them to like keep him quiet in the asylum world,
That doesn't make any sense.
and then her. I guess.
God.
He killed 2 of them?
Yeah.
This
'Cause-
makes 0 sense. You wouldn't be able to run an asylum if you just
'Cause-
kept murdering them with guns.
Because snitches get bullets.
Just get bullets.
Is it ballistics? No one learned anything.
I like how that guy's just 2 down. He's like, I'll take that gun.
I'll take
Don't worry,
the
Murray.
murder
I'll
weapon
take it.
here.
This guy's kind of
Who cares
sad.
if I'm a black man in the 50s?
That guy was able to.
I
That,
won't go
implicated
down
anyway.
for this.
Oh yeah, and he's taking the body away too, guys.
what's going to be really hard is explaining why there's 0 dancers left to John Hamm. Poor Don Draper just showed up for a night.
And this is all you give me?
He's like, it's weird that the only person left alive is the ringleader. Are you? Please stay sad.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It makes me feel like I'm this little boy
Oh my god.
sitting in the corner of the sandbox while everybody gets to play with my toys.
Oh my god.
exactly what
That's
you said.
so much
Fair enough.
character development for this character. Again, I think we're seeing the world through his eyes.
I'm gonna take my toys and I'm gonna go home.
What a beautiful speech.
Oh.
Aye. Oh, so Mary, he did read the script all the way through when he said no on-screen rape.
Yeah.
They're making him so weirdly sympathetic in this scene. Like he's motivating her.
There you go.
So she kills him?
Or just stabs him. Takes the key.
Beautiful. He's like crying. Yeah, I think I just solved this movie. It's taking place in the world of
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac's character. Like he's just projecting his male gaze fantasy onto everything.
It's like Zack Snyder.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
That's why the
Urkel.
movie is most sympathetic towards these close-up gazes of our ostensibly bad guy's eyes as he looks like he's crying over the plight of the people he's subjecting to
Yeah.
these horrible torture.
Yeah, basically like when he's crying, like watching her dance, like that's Zack Snyder directing like
Yeah.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, yes.
And what do we do with all this shit? That's literally
This
all
they make
we
a
need.
Molotov cocktail? Does this happen in the asylum? She burns it down? Thank God there's no witnesses besides her left.
No survivors.
No survivor crashing this movie with no survivors.
I like how they need the map to like, like that's what they have to get out of this place. Like they don't know where the front door
To be
is.
fair, you could have just done with the key and some distraction.
Or you could just retrace
This
your
You just
brothel has a lot of
follow the
jail
gates.
doors.
I mean, follow the gates.
This
out.
brothel has too many jail doors. No one would come to this club. The movie really does fall apart just here.
just here.
I mean, like, the movie falls apart,
But
but
he has.
He has
An
earbuds.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Gotham, like Gotham, where they have like Tommy
Yeah.
guns and cell phones.
An iPhone. I'm pretty sure it was an iPhone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that is true. That is a little bit jarring that we
Yeah.
saw something that establishing as an iPhone.
He's watching the Gotham City Jets or whatever the hell they are.
Gotham City Rogues.
Yeah, the
Gotham
Rogues,
City
yeah.
Knights, guys.
yeah.
Gotham's. Wait, do we know what the sports team in Gotham is?
What was the one in
Rogues.
what was
Well,
in
it
Dark Knight
depends.
Rises?
It's the Rogues and Dark
Yeah.
and yeah. The
It's
Dark
called
Knight
the
Rises.
Rogue. That is a great.
Yeah.
That's a 5-pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you give to Nolan. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure the college team that they're listening to is the Gotham. Is
Who the
Gotham
who are the
University
who's,
Knights.
who's
Yeah.
playing in who's playing when Bane
In-
blows up the stadium?
The Rogues.
The
right?
Rogues.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
Rogues.
Rogues.
This is a bad name for a football team, considering like that's also what you call your asylum of people. Like the Rogues Gallery is what you call all.
It's like
the
a
bad
big
guys
middle
alive.
finger to Batman.
Well,
What's the away team?
The Spartans.
Some generic name.
The Jokers.
The Joker. I was gonna say the Jokers.
So yeah, what's the logic here?
She's like Batman. She just has to sacrifice. It doesn't even make internal consistent sense.
All right, because there's too many people in the way, so she has to like dance her way
They
through.
could both
she's got to distract them.
they could both
by
run.
dancing.
She just
With
doesn't
the
want to.
dancing.
By the way, this is the least likable and the least developed character who gets to survive.
I know, right?
Is like the one that tried to default, like default, no,
Defect.
defect. Thank you.
Yes. There you go.
She also seems like the oldest by far.
Yeah.
This is also the third time they played "Where Is My Mind."
Get
I
it?
had my bridesmaids walk down the aisle to that song. little
Musical
hot hit.
themes to this.
Did Zack Snyder direct my wedding?
Is there something you're not telling
Grade
me?
A Pharmaceuticals.
I'm gonna walk out there,
Covers of the Pixies.
gonna dance.
There we go. Oscar Isaac.
There's no other way. Trust me, I thought about this for 5 seconds.
We're in the prison, but yet her jumpsuit is super sparkly Sailor Moon.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is
Good
my
key.
story.
This is a good key as a cipher. This was never her story.
Yeah, I think the dissertation that I found on Reddit was that someone was saying that this was actually Abby Cornish's story the whole time because that's what the shot was in the beginning when she's on
Yeah.
stage. Is she's
It
imagining
does
all
make
this.
sense because as the one that tried to defect, it would be her story. Like that's usually who the narrative is told by. It's like the hero refusing the quest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's gonna try distracting all those guys by dancing.
But wasn't she just in a prison? Now she's on the front steps somewhere. And that's the same as the Shaolin Temple.
Yeah. There's,
Ugh, these establishing shots. Let's group rape.
What is she looking at? Oh wait.
You're right, that is Gotham. It's just
Yeah.
literally Arkham Gate. I said, answer me. So much fucking.
now she gets to defend herself, or however what the movie's supposed to be
Oh,
about.
you're right. She finally hit somebody.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
that.
give it to me. Give it to me so hard. I deserve it.
Oh.
Boom.
Ugh.
God.
Oh, Batman.
Poor John Ham.
I would have loved it.
Jesus. Like,
Wait, he's like, Jesus, I gave someone a frontal lobotomy.
this part right here. It's like
What's he here to do?
Did you?
it's like she just wrote like a whole movie in her head, right? Like for a second.
Or she felt like half, just like half a
Yeah.
moment.
It was like it's a weird fever dream like Batman.
She wrote like half a movie in her head. That's the closest one's ever gotten to writing a movie. He's shook.
Yeah, I do remember there was an alternate ending, I guess it was, where like
Why is he so surprised?
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
In the beginning. Oh,
No, I
oh,
mean,
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's not even what happened. Huh.
I will admit she was quite a handful. Just 1 week here, she stabbed an orderly, started a fire, and helped another patient escape.
So she's running the asylum now. So she could have not had this happen.
Well, I think, yeah, in this scenario, she has higher power than Oscar Isaac, and he's
Who-
saying Oscar Isaac forged her signature for the lobotomy.
Because he's done it. Because he's done it so many
Yeah.
times.
I'm doing this for quite some time, Doctor. To be honest with you, wondering myself whether or not it's right.
Yeah, well, don't admit that.
But I get paid, so
I'm just the traveling guy with the. To be fair, the guy who invented frontal lobotomies literally had a frontal lobotomy truck that he took around the countries and performed it like just on random people. Like it was everything from like migraines to like crazy. So this actually is the most consistent part. Is John Hamm just showing up being like, "Hey, lady, I don't know if I feel right about this, but you invited me to town,
Yeah.
so let's just stick a needle in her eye."
I'm here. Let's get it done.
yeah, there's the guy.
That's the guy with the lighter.
Yeah, penguin.
Didn't she say they started a fire? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she started a fire.
the cook still works
Where's the
there, even
cook?
though the cook has clearly murdered somebody.
Or did he?
No, he did. She said
because
start.
the knife's gone still. Yeah, started the fire.
They did all the things.
Yeah. See, she actually did stab him, and he didn't get addressed apparently.
According to who? This is a really dark ending.
Yeah, where'd the anime go?
Weird character development again, like
I
weirdly
did-
taking the side of Oscar Isaac.
I need her in the chair, guys.
I need this for me. If they're so conflicted about it, just don't do it. Who made him boss? In the actual reality.
Clearly has nude photos of all those men.
Weirdly so sympathetic in the camera angles to Oscar Isaac. Didn't you say so? You forged the signature.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
crying.
it's-
Oh.
I love his character. Like he's so
You love this rapist.
yeah, kinda. His relationship with her is very like problematic, but like he cares.
Does he? Or is he like a rapist?
The GCPD has finally showed up.
James, worthless shit, Gordon. James, why don't you do what you always do and just wait for Batman?
Is that from something?
The mystery of whose story it will be. But who draws the curtain?
And who's talking right now?
Abby
Cornish.
Cornish.
I feel like she's the least developed character.
Who watches The Watchmen?
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, is he the bus gonna be the bus driver?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
clearly. Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Hey, there it is. Wayne Manor.
We finally got some establishment.
Finally got some vague.
Oh,
connection
wait,
with
and
Gotham
there
City.
are. Oh, that's a Mountie. Does this take place in Canada?
They always get there, man.
Yes.
Please get that man, eh?
It's a young Bruce.
Yeah.
Do I look like a fucking umber to you?
Is there a problem, gentlemen? This actually doesn't concern you, sir.
Is that?
Questions with the young lady. Well, could you make it snappy? I need to stay on schedule. We understand, do you? That young woman's been on this bus since Hartford. I don't see what she could possibly know about anything happening around here. Is that true, miss? I just let her off to use the restroom. Mine's not working.
Why does it look like David Harbour? And one more thing.
Always one.
Enjoy the entire journey. Yes, I said all right.
Yeah. Okay. I
That's
heard.
not it.
I heard you, man.
Please get yourself raped by this bus driver.
You still gotta pay a ticket, you know.
You have to pay the troll toll.
I know. It's okay.
It was paid for you in this other life.
Try and get some sleep.
We got some orcs to fight.
Oh, okay. So you know what? That guy on Reddit actually has a point because we have a long way to go. Like she believed that this was, she's now being introduced to this character or whatever, but it's been passed on by a previous character. So she's now the main character.
Who sends monsters to kill us?
Jesus Christ. Fucking poet Zack Snyder.
Who watches The Watchmen?
Yeah.
Do you think Zack Snyder actually got The Watchmen? Because I'm starting to think after seeing this movie that he understood nothing.
No, he really didn't.
Oh no, he didn't. He understood everything visually about the Watchmen, but he didn't understand the soul.
Can I tell you
His
something?
eyes work better than his brain. Let him go.
There's a Scarecrow reference right there.
Oh my god.
And that is my spec script for
It's you.
Arkham
It's us.
Asylum.
We're the main characters.
Oh, was she the fifth thing?
We're the fifth thing.
Don't.
Okay, so
Hard.
That was the worst
metal.
movie I've ever fucking seen. It took 2 people. You know, we never really talk about Steve whatever, but let's blame him.
Which one's this? Bjork?
This is Bjork.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, this is Bjork. Man,
How do you sign John Hamm up for this?
Zack Snyder's next film, he just directed 300. It's a movie by Warner Brothers. Maybe if you play nice, they'll let you play Batman.
Oh, he's too old for Batman, but
Yeah,
he would have
he
been
is.
great.
I mean, for at least Zack Snyder's version of Batman, he
I
would have
hate-
probably been the right age.
I really hate that I've never seen it, but I'm imagining that I would hate Ben Affleck as Batman. I refuse to identify that actually happened. I refuse to identify this period of times. I never saw Justice League. Please don't make me
So you
watch
never
Justice League.
you never saw Batman v Superman either?
Nope.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to watch.
No,
Yeah.
please.
I did.
It'd be interesting. It would be interesting one to watch because at least it's like it's not like I'm not saying it's high theater, but I'm saying it's a lot more like it's easier to understand than like this thing.
Yeah.
And also,
Isn't
it's,
it Oscar? Not Oscar Isaac. Isn't it? Isn't it just the plot of The Dark Knight, like the
Kind
Frank
of.
Miller?
Kind of.
With a little other
There's a couple
elements
of-
sprinkled in,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the most, heavily,
A cruel and
influenced
unusual
book that
production.
uses.
You're telling me, buddy. What is that font? Just as a last fuck you.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, they sing this on.
Holy
yeah.
shit! That was
Carla
Carla
Sing.
Gugino
And
from Haunting of Hill House.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that was her?
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
wigs do a lot for me,
She
man.
was a Natasha. Yeah.
This is crazy.
What a blast.
What a fucking
Why
crazy-
wasn't this in the movie? This should have been like the focal point.
What is happening? So much more slapping still. You're right. This is the Addams Family movie I wanted. Oscar Isaac can sing.
He's about to tear up this dance floor.
Oscar Isaac is so sexy. I think the film is actually from his perspective.
Yeah, you really were drawn to that character more than I think anybody ever. was
Well, you know
drawn
what?
to
He's
that
kind of got
character.
the Joker thing going on, where it's like I can imagine like him, him and Harley, that relationship
Yeah.
dynamic that exists in this world.
Could Oscar Isaac play the Joker?
I can see it.
No, he couldn't particularly well. It's just that whole thing where they give him a motivational. He gives him that background speech about the sandpit or the Sandlot, and it begs you to contextualize this character more than we've actually contextualized our main character.
I would like to see him do the Cesar Romero though, like grow a mustache and then paint it white.
Yes,
I think he could pull that Joker off very well.
I want to see him. Actually, I don't know if I want to see him or Adam Driver more as the Joker.
Him,
Adam Driver as the
Adam Driver
Joker?
is a Joker.
Yes, because
wanna
if
know
you watch
how
the
I got
beginning
these
of
scars?
no, not Bane as the Joker.
What about Adam Driver as Bane?
Adam Driver's Bane, hell yes, I'd like to. Oh my god, hell yes. Or Scarecrow.
Would you like to see my mask?
And we're back to 12 hours ago. I'm wondering now if they actually just got Oscar Isaac on this movie by being like, okay, but at the end you get to sing Love is a Drug.
God.
Hey.
Oh wait, they're all alive.
They're all alive in their dreams.
See, this is just Oscar Isaac's perspective of what's been going on this entire film.
Yeah.
He's been taking
This is
care-
him getting the lobotomy at the end.
Like, honestly, guys, he was really looking after them.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate real prison. That's why he needs this fantasy to escape.
Yeah.
I hated this movie.
You hated it? You seem like you had so much fun.
I didn't. This wasn't even like a fun one to watch. Like I'm angry. I'm angrier now than I've
Hey,
been.
that was pretty dope.
But what were you more angry to see, this or the Phantom Menace?
The Phantom Menace, that one was fine. I was more angry at the fact that last night I couldn't watch the Clone Wars one because I couldn't get my computer working.
Oh.
This feels as aggravating as not being able to get a computer working correctly.
It's on the because you couldn't put.
I couldn't stream,
You couldn't
yeah.
stream
Yeah.
it. You couldn't stream it on the site.
This feels about as equally aggravating as trying to get Twitch emotes.
Man, with the
Yeah, wait,
splits?
what the fuck? Did he just do
Damn.
a split?
Yeah.
God.
I want it
I
all.
didn't
We
hear
will
those
rock
two
you.
in there.
Wash.
What the we were
I
rocking-
want it all, and we will
Oh
rock
yeah,
it.
no,
that
no,
was,
it was there. It was
I
just
missed
That was
terrible.
it was like the 2-second thing when they were walking into the club El Jefe,
Yeah.
which is only funny because Moulin Rouge already did the "We Will Rock You." Oh man, really?
Damn.
Fuck! You just had to make it so I can't even.
I know. Can't even shit on. Wait, who was? It was that's not his daughter, is
This
it?
is mother.
That's mother,
this
yeah.
is mine. Because
Goddamn.
his daughter was not born in 1935.
Yeah. I didn't see the dates. All right. Well, that is
Cruel
Zack
and
Snyder's
Unusual
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, that movie did have a lot of sucker punching.
God.
I'm pretty sure we all got sucker punched.
Wait, look what the.
I
Can we
don't-
just read the description and we'll end with this. The women in prison genre gets a fantastic futuristic makeover in this eclectic action fantasy from the director of 300. Locked in an asylum with only 5 days, I believe it's 3 days, before she's lobotomized, Baby Doll regresses deep into her own mind, not true, for a way to escape. The result is a stunning alternate world in which Baby Doll and her sexy pals, Oscar Isaac also writing the description of this movie, and her
Battles-
sexy
Damn it,
pals
HBO.
battle monsters and more. That is not what happened.
First of all,
That's what happened.
I think the biggest issue I have with that description is that women in prison is a genre. I did not.
Women in prison
I
genre.
didn't know that was a thing.
No.
Wait,
women in
so-
prison
but-
genre.
So this movie takes the idea that it's she's having this regression during the part where she hasn't been lobotomized yet. Like it's with only 5 days, she must regress into her
Yeah,
own
right.
mind.
So like it makes it sound like the whole fantasy stuff is like happening in the asylum world.
yeah,
not
but
the
it's
brothel
not.
world.
Not the brothel world.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sucker Punch is the new black.
And with that, another
Yeah.
chronic commentaries
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
to a
I feel like that's
close.
one, guys. It
That's
definitely
good.
doesn't feel like
It's good.
150.
I haven't seen this movie since it since it came out, so it's 2011,
Yeah.
and I mean it's nice to watch it again and know I'm not missing anything.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen it.
It's like
in
revisiting
9
an old
years.
lover
Yeah.
and being like,
Yeah, it's been
no,
a
we're
while.
getting coffee.
Yeah.
This is why we're not together. Just want to make sure that you're still in reality.
Definitely doesn't feel like an hour and 50 though.
Definitely feels
Felt
a
like-
lot longer.
It does feel like over 2 hours.
Yeah.
This makes. I mean, my favorite quote is just makes your life seem longer.
It is true. I can't believe. I'm just looking down. I can't believe it's not 4 a.m.
We just stretch time like we.
It's
just
only 12?
inceptioned, Like
It's oh my god. We've gotten back. It's like 3 p.m. last Friday. What? I must get my sexy pals together to go battle.
2 hours in the Sucker Punch runtime gives you an hour in the real world.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Earth,
Let's ride out
the
quarantine
Earth
day
decided to
400.
give us an hour back for doing it. They're like, oh, we'll give them another one.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching with us. If you
If
did
you
watch with
did.
us, if you stuck through this movie, I hope we made it better than it actually was. Us and me and my sexy pals here. Watch Sucker Punch one more
I'm
time.
just gonna sway to distract you all right now.
Is this a ploy for you to get all of us to dance on that table?
You know, I heard the 5th thing was just us turning off the mic.
The 5th thing was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
So, with on that note, we're gonna call it a night. We'll see you guys
You guys got
for
your
the next
knives,
one.
you got your
Bye.
lighters, you got your maps.
Take care.
You got your lighters, got your maps. Okay, sorry about my feet. Bye.
Don't forget your,
Boom.
about your keys.